from Rossford High School here in Rossford, Ohio. We've got the Battle of the Maroon and Silver as the Genoa Comets pay a visit here to Rossford to take on the Bulldogs here in the Toledo Sports Network Basketball Game of the Week. Hi, folks. Mick Gonzalez here along with Mike Bauman. Bomber, let's start with the visitors first. You've got a Genoa team fresh off a big win against Elmwood. They're coming in here with a little bit of confidence. They're going to try and take down a Rossford team that suffered a heartbreak in overtime against Lake their last time out.
Well, the fun thing about Genoa, Nick, is that these guys really can score the ball. They had 4 guys in double figures in that game and really came out and had a huge third quarter. And really, I think it could be a bit of a turning point for them this year. That game was close at halftime. They had 25 points in the third quarter and really blew things wide open and had 11 three-pointers. So I'm really interested to see the guard matchup tonight with Derek Mack and Mac Miller for Rossford going against Casey Ghost and Reitnauer for Genoa. I think that's going to be a couple of good matchups to keep an eye on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, the other thing, too, kind of like with the Lake Rossford matchup last weekend, you got a couple of guys here, a couple of coaches in Diebler and Worst that are good friends. You can tell there's a genuine respect, and despite the rivalry, there's still a genuine respect amongst them.
Absolutely. Diebler is a vet, so is Brian Vorse. He's played and coached for a really long time, and I think the fun thing tonight is, we're going to see Mac Miller healthy. The last game, he potentially was not going to be able to play because he was sick. He's at full speed now, and really, the 3 ball is going to be key tonight. Rossford shot over 46% from three-point range in that game against Lake. They did about as good a job you can do without picking up the W. Genoa had 11 three-pointers out of their 21 field goals against Elmwood, so keeping an eye on the shooters tonight is going to be important for both teams, as well as cleaning the glass, because this game's going to go up and down.
Absolutely. Well, we'll have the opening tip-off when we come back as Genoa and Rossford get ready to tip it off. And we got it all coming up next here on the Toledo Sports Network. Opening tip about to begin here as we get ready to go here in NBC action on the Toledo Sports Network. I am Mick. He is Mike Bauman, better known as Bomber amongst the loyal faithful. As we get ready, as Ryan Burks gets set to tip, and the opening tip actually goes over to Genoa. And up off the glass, no good. Rebound, put back up, no good. And that one goes off a couple of Comets, and it will go back to the Bulldogs.
Well, we're going to see a lot of up and down play here tonight, Mick. I mean, these guys like to get out in transition. Both of these teams have the mentality that if they get the rebound, they're going to try to beat you the other way down the floor.
All right now, close to going over and back there was Mac Miller. However, the ball contained here by the Rossford Bulldogs. Here's Derek Mack. Wanted to go inside, dishes it back off. Burks kicks it back over to Miller. Now Ryan Neese with it. Opening minute here, half minute actually, of play here in this contest. Here's the pass inside. Now Burks moves along the baseline, up off the glass and good.
A great look inside that time to Burks, and every time I watch this kid play, I become more and more of a fan of him. He's just got a nice old school game, got a great drop step and an up and under, and that time that was a good interior pass to the big fella.
Well, the pass went off of Casey Goetz, so it goes back over to Rossford. There's Ryan Neese will bring it back up. Neese dishes it to Burks, goes baseline, and we've got a foul. It's going to be an offensive foul against Burks. So the Comets will bring it up. Out top. Moving along there was Henninger. And the ball goes out, and we've got a timeout going to be taken by Keith Diebler. He is not a happy camper on that Genoa bench.
Well, by my count already, Mick, that's 3 turnovers now for the Comets, and I think Diebler's just upset at how his team isn't taking care of the basketball early in this one.
So 6:46 on the clock. So, well, I guess the thing is that how important is it for, let's take each side. We'll start here first with the home team. How important is it for Rossford to get off to a good start here, Bomber, considering they still have that taste in their mouth of the overtime loss this past weekend against Lake?
Well, you know, I think Rossford's one of those teams that they have multiple guys who can score. They had 4 players in double figures last week against Lake, and they almost had a 5th. Ryan Neese had 8 points. So I really think the key for Rossford tonight is just to take care of the basketball and utilize their size inside with Childress and Burks to clean the offensive glass and keep Genoa away from getting second chance opportunities. I mean, they did everything they could except pick up the victory. I mean, that was one of the best basketball games we've had the opportunity to do here in a long time. So I really don't think there's too much of a bad taste because they played very, very well, and it just came down to Lake making a few more shots than they did. And for Genoa, I mean, really, I think the key is the 3-point shot. They had 11 their last game against Elmwood. Rossford shot 46% from 3 in that loss last week against Lake. So closing out on shooters is going to be a big thing tonight.
Well, Burks missed that putback, and now here's a 3 attempt off the side of the iron. Goes out of bounds. It's going to go back over to Rossford. So early on here, shots not falling for either team.
Well, they will. I mean, both of these teams, once again, they've got shooters' mentalities. I mean, these guys are going to keep hoisting it up. Nice pass that time on the backdoor cut.
Burks very patient that time, and he's rewarded with 2 points. 4-0 here with just under 6 minutes to go. Well, they kick it back around. Oh, errant pass there, and it's a steal. Derek Mack will take it the length of the court. It rolls in and out. Oh, my. Everything but finding the bottom of that. Good anticipation there. And another turnover is Eric Davis with the pick. Here's Mack, sends it back outside. Davis drives baseline, throws it back out. Mack in the paint with the put up, and it goes. And 8-0 right now is your score. This one goes off the glass and good.
That was a heck of a shot by Henninger that time. Just getting all the way into the paint with the floater. It was a nice shot.
And a travel against Rossford. Ryan Neese not happy with it. But it goes back over to the Comets.
Well, once again, as we kind of talked about, Mick, when you've got these up-tempo styles like this, you're going to trade away some long rebounding because of the multitude of outside shots, and that's why boxing out and staying on your shooters is so important.
Now back outside. Comets trying to penetrate, but the Bulldogs putting up some pressure there. So they rotate. Kick back outside now. Here's the feed underneath. Henninger couldn't get it off. So he sends it back down low. And we've got a whistle and a foul. Looks like it's going to be Luke Reitnauer with the foul. So his first foul of the evening.
Well, that time Ryan Neese with the quick hands on the pass. Right now we're just trying to prevent him from going up the floor the other way.
There's Ryan Neese over on the right side. Eric Davis. Driving his Neese down along the baseline, kicks it out. And here's a 3 attempt. That is good. Nice, sweet, continuing his hot streak there from last weekend is Coda Sinclair, and we've got another whistle.
Well, he really was a big X factor in that game, Mick. I mean, he had 10 points and 6 rebounds in 18 minutes against Lake. Really just came in and was a spark plug for him.
Now the rebound. Here's Sinclair trying to go coast to coast, kicks it back outside. Now driving, it's kicked back out around the arch. They go again. Now back down low as it's sent back out by Childress. Davis sends it back again. Over on the left side. Sinclair back to Davis. Now Nice. Now underneath, here's Childress using his size. He was able to force that one up over Grant Adams. It's a 9-point game now, 11-2. Jimmy Henninger kicks it out, goes with the three, no good. And now Nice, nice job to keep it in bounds. Here's Eric Davis. Over to Sinclair. Sinclair to Nice. Nice looking for some help. Had it swatted at. Now here's Childress again. Goes up, no good. And I think that Henninger stepped on the baseline, so the ball's going to stay with Rossford. Long inbounds. Miller sends it around the arch. Derek Mack with it back to Sinclair. Under 3 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Mack over now to Mac Miller. Miller stops, pops, and drops.
Good jumper by Miller, and he's one of those heat check guys that I love to watch play. He and Derek Mack, they're the type of players that even if they're having an off night for a couple of minutes, they can hit you with 8 or 9 points in a row, and we saw a little bit of that last week against Lake. These guys just keep shooting the basketball. They have confidence in their ability, and really, it's a lot of fun to watch when you see these guys carry their teams at certain points of the game.
Wow, count it +1, a nice one. As Casey goes, or was that, was actually Luke Reitnauer. Reitnauer with the turnaround, put it up, and it went. Shooter's touch on that one.
Well, he's a good player. I mean, we've gotten to see a lot of the Reitnauer family the last couple of years that we've been doing this. And he's one of those guys that also, kind of like Derek Mack and Mac Miller, is a guy that can play with the ball in his hands, create his own shot, but is also a pretty good spot-up shooter. And that time he created his own shot and made something happen.
Good rebound as now the Comets come back up again as they look to try and close this lead. And we've got a whistle. And it's going to be, I think, against Childress. So Childress will come to the bench. Comets with the ball here with under 2 minutes to go. All right, now we're for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebound grabbed over there by Linthicum. And here is Matt Miller. Miller now. Thought about driving, but kicks it back out. Linthicum sends it over around the elbow. Kick back outside. Here's Miller for three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound grabbed by the Comets as they start up now with a buck and a quarter to go in the quarter. And now this one's going to go on the turnover, back over to Rossford.
And that's tough right now if you're a Comets fan. The turnover's starting to pile up for Genoa, just not doing a good job of taking care of basketball in the offensive end. And give credit to Rossford. They've stayed in front of their guys defensively and have communicated well, and it hasn't allowed Genoa to get much of a rhythm.
Coming up on a minute to go now here in the period. Mac Miller looking for some help, dishes it off now. Derek Mack went baseline and did not go. Here come the Comets trying to close this gap and get back in this ball game. Henninger for three, no good. Rebound grabbed by the big man there, Brian Burks. Burks stops, gives it over now to Mac Miller. Miller looking to try and cut inside somewhere. Went to give it to Burks, and he wasn't expecting it, and the Comets come back the other way. Oh, and a mishandle there. And I believe that one was Casey Goes, and that one goes out of bounds. Back over to Rossford. Miller dishes it off. Mack sends it underneath, and Linthicum with an easy bank.
Great look that time from Derek Mack. You saw Genoa bring the pressure, tried to trap Mac Miller at half court, and he gets it to Derek Mack, and Mack finds the big fella down low. Great pass that time.
And that one goes out of bounds, and Rossford with the chance to heave one for the last shot. And Linthicum misses, but Rossford with a good start here as they lead Genoa by a score of 15-5.
On the job for you for over 100 years. You need a career. You need a future. Local 8 can help you make it happen. Join the men and women who build our community. Become a part of a proud tradition. Build your career. Build your future with the brothers and sisters of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 8. We're on the job for you.
We're on the job for you. We're the local IBEW.
The union plumbers, steam fitters, and HVACR service mechanics of UA Local 50 build the powerhouses that generate your electricity. Install and service your heating and air conditioning systems, and install the plumbing systems that protect the health of this nation. Everywhere there's a building being built, retrofitted, or maintained, members of UA Local 50 are on the job with skills and the latest sustainable building practices to do the job right. UA Local 50 plumbers, steam fitters, and service mechanics, building America's future.
I think once you have a prototype, it's a good idea to come forward and to at least protect your assets.
Because we need somebody that understands our business, not just that turns out patents.
They came highly recommended from other attorneys in Toledo.
I came to them and they walked me through the process, and I've been very pleased with what they've done.
They get the job done as opposed to bill us for doing work.
Fraser, Clemens, Martin & Miller. It's a fantastic firm to work with because they'll guide you through every step of the process.
Moe's Place, downtown Rossford, has the best burgers in town and much, much more. Stop by for their famous Flaming Moe burger. Moe's Place, proud to bring you Rossford High School sports. Conveniently located in downtown Rossford, Ohio, the law firm of Heben, Sumner & Murphy is there to serve your estate, business, and litigation needs. Heben, Sumner & Murphy is a proud sponsor of Rossford Bulldog Athletics. Contact the law firm of Heben, Sumner & Murphy at 419-662-3100 or check them out on the web at www.hsm-law.net. Go Bulldogs!
And the second quarter underway here. Derek Mack sends it over to Burks. Burks tried to get one to go, did not, but he gets his own rebound, banks it too hard. Third time the charm, as Linthicum able to finish.
Well, once again, you see the up and under that time from Burks. He just has such a great ability to create space when he does that. So even if he doesn't get it in the first time, it usually leaves a couple of the guys to get some of those garbage buckets around the basket to clean things up, and that's exactly what Linthicum did that time.
Well, we got a big lead now. Genoa looking to do something about it. We got a foul here. It'll be against Rossford. I think it's going to be against Ryan Neese.
Well, that first quarter, 7 turnovers for the Genoa Comets, and that really is kind of the story so far for them, Mick. They just really haven't been able to get into any sort of rhythm on offense. Once again, I mean, they've got scores. Noah Childress, Casey Ghost, Reitnauer, all these guys can put the ball in the basket. Jimmy Henninger. But when you pile up the turnovers like that, it really eliminates you from being able to get your offensive sets into any type of rhythm.
There's a 3 attempt, short. Rebound grab by the Comets. It goes back up and good. Great recovery there by Casey Ghost. High off the glass, and it's back to a 10-point game. So Genoa back within striking distance. Davis dishes it to Burks, plays it baseline, and the long two by Ryan Neese goes.
It's been fun to watch his game develop over the last couple of years here at Rossford. He really plays within himself, sets his teammates up, but situations like that, he has the confidence to take the jumper and knock it down.
Adams kicks it back. Cowder back outside to Reitnauer. Right now, spins, gets in the paint, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Burks of Rossford. And he'll dish it off. Here's a 3 attempt, and it's good. All of a sudden, Ryan Neese turning it on. And a timeout taken here. With, 6:13 to go in the half. It's 22-7 Rossford.
Whether you support the Comets, the Panthers, or the Bulldogs, the Eagles, Wildcats, or Flyers, we at Genoa Bank support you. We're a local bank that takes pride in serving our community with personal and prompt service, innovative products, and stable financial guidance. We're a bank that believes in playing our part. And well, that's earned us quite a few fans of our own. Genoa Bank, playing our part in the community, taking your banking needs personally.
Blackberry Corner on the corner of 579 and Elliston Road is a proud sponsor of Genoa football and has the best burgers, chicken, and pizza. Well, you know the pizza. Everyone knows the pizza. Blackberry Corner also has charbroiled pork ribs and Jim's famous chicken dinners. Whether it's appetizers, pizza, or a full dinner, the great folks at Blackberry Corner can help fill you up and save you money. Stop out to Blackberry Corners on the corner of State Route 579 and Elliston Road for a meal or just a snack. Genoa Jewelers, 611 Main Street in Genoa, has been serving the area with quality jewelry and gifts for over 19 years. Specializing in gold and silver repairs, Frank Comise has been a goldsmith for over 30 years. Our selection of Pulsar watches, Precious Moments figurines, Reflections beads, Seraphim classics, and quality stellar rings, all at a price you can afford. Genoa Jewelers also buys gold and silver and has the perfect gift for that someone special. Stop out today at Genoa Jewelers, 611 Main Street in Genoa.
Now the Comets will look to try and get back in this ball game, as right now things not going their way. 15-point Rossford lead. Here's a 3 attempt, no good, short. Linthicum with the rebound, dishes it to Ryan Neese, who's had the hot hand here in the last couple of minutes. Eric Davis looking to drive baseline, sends it underneath Childress. He was coming down as he let go with the shot, and that took away a lot of power. Ball goes out, and it goes off of a Comet, so it stays Rossford ball. And Childress will inbound. Linthicum out top, Davis sends it around the right side. Back underneath now for Childress. Count it, +1.
Good ball movement that time from Rossford, especially underneath the basket. Rotating it around the arc, and that time Derek Mack finding the big fella Childress again inside. And tonight you're really seeing that in the paint. Rossford kind of making an emphasis to get it to the big fellas down low, and so far they're doing damage.
So Childress will try and go with the old school 3-point play and makes it. (25-7) your score. Oh, here's a pass off the hand of Cowder, and when it rains, it pours, is right now the ball will be inbounded here by Sinclair.
Well, if you're Genoa right now, Mick, you just need to take it one possession at a time, and it's tough right now. You kind of press a little bit. You're frustrated. The shots aren't falling. You're piling up the turnovers, but you really just got to creep back into it one possession at a time.
Underneath, oh my, and Davis misses it. Now coming back the other way, here's Cowder. Kicks it back out. Reitnauer sends it over on the right side. Goes, plays it down low, and it's out of bounds before it gets to Cowder, and my goodness, when it rains, it pours.
Well, Genoa coming into tonight too, 3-2 in the NBC, Rossford 4-1. So if they can come away with a victory tonight, those two would be tied in conference play. And the one thing about Genoa is it's kind of been polarizing. They've been really good in their wins, but really piling up some of the turnovers and making some of these mistakes we're seeing here tonight in their losses. I mean, when you look at their season so far, Mick, they've put up 85 against Lakota, 90 against Fostoria, 93 against Woodmore, and then they had that big 25-point quarter against Elmwood the other night. So in their wins, they've played great. But in situations like this, like I said a couple minutes ago, you just got to take it one possession at a time and try to get the best shot available.
And that one last goes off a Comet, so it will be Rossford ball as Derek Mack comes out of the game, and he knows why he came out of the game for the forearm on the foul. Their last time down court.
Well, so far just 2 points from Derek Mack, but he's been doing a good job finding the big fellas down inside, and I think that's something that you've seen. We've done several Rossford games over the years, and the maturity of their guard play has been really impressive to watch, and just to watch these guys grow as a team, because we've seen some of these guys JV level, a guy like Ryan Neese, and see what he's doing on varsity now.
Absolutely. There's several guys you're going to want to take a look at on both these teams, not just Rossford, but Genoa as well. As a nice turnover there, nice grab by Jimmy Henninger, who comes down court and feeds it. And we've got a basket. As right now we're with the layup, and we've got a timeout taken here by, I believe, Rossford. And well, with 3:51 to go, I want to make sure we give a tip of the hat to a couple of our sponsors. Big tip of the hat to IBEW Local 8. We thank you for coming on board and supporting what we're trying to do here, and that is to feature high school kids doing what they love. And for us to be able to do that, it's our profound honor, and we know you feel the same way, as being able to spotlight kids that don't always get all the TV time that they deserve. So we thank you so much, IBEW Local 8. Also, the pipe fitters and all the wonderful folks over at UA50. Big time thanks to you guys for coming on board, being part of the Toledo Sports Network family. And of course, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't say hi to Rob and all the gang out there at Jill's over there adjacent to the casino. And we thank them so much. Not only if you want to have a beverage or two, a cocktail to finish the night off, but they've also got great food out there as well. So be sure to check out Jill's over there right across from the casino. Don't forget, too, if you want to be part of the Toledo Sports Network family, 419-514-1302. And you'll get in touch with one Mike Jameson. Here's the put up, no good. Rebound grab by the Comets. Trying to get back in this one. They've still got plenty of time, but we've got a foul here. I think this one's going to be against Ryan Neese. So that puts Genoa in the bonus now.
Well, and if there's anybody you want at the line right now, it would be Casey Gose, one of those top shooters for these guys. And as I mentioned, 21 field goals against Elmwood, but 11 of those, Mick, were three-pointers. I mean, that's pretty incredible over the course of a game. And when you look at what they did after halftime, that was a close game at halftime, and they really took that thing over in the third quarter. And I really think that could be a bit of a turning point for these guys at this point in the year. They've sitting at 500 right now. Having a big quarter like that can do a lot for your confidence.
Well, Ghost went 1 for 2, and now here are the Bulldogs. Davis loses it, and it goes out of bounds. Rather, that was Linthicum, I'm sorry. And it goes back over to Genoa. 3:20 to go.
Yeah, that time the big fella got a little bit too deep in the paint and kind of got caught up in no man's land. Good defense that time by the Comets, but right underneath the basket isn't exactly where you want to be, but that was good defense that time by the Comets.
And right now our three does not go. Sinclair looking for some help. Dishes it off. Here's Burks. Sends it across. Davis drives baseline. Kicks it over to the other corner. Sinclair able to save it. Gives it back over now, and it comes out top to Miller. Linthicum dishes it in the paint to Burks, but we've got a whistle and a foul. So Jimmy Henninger picks up his first foul. It's a fourth team foul on Genoa. Rossford already in the penalty. Burks inbounds it. Oh, nice fake there by Eric Davis, and it does not go. Here come the Comets. Sent back outside. Here's a three attempt by Cowder. Good! And that brings the Genoa fans to life.
Well, and it's good for the Comets, too, to help their confidence a little bit. It's been tough to come by buckets so far in this game for them.
And a turnover. Here comes Genoa once more. Long outlet pass underneath. It's good. And how do you do?
7 points now for Right Now, are also 5 boards by my count. He's really doing his all. But a big three-pointer like that, as you see now, 5 straight, can really do a lot for your confidence offensively.
And all of a sudden, it's a 10-point ball game. Linthicum kicks it back out. Here's Mac Miller. Dishes it off to Sinclair. Thought about the 3. Now let's go with a long 2. Good.
It's hard to believe he's only a freshman.
And back down here again, Right Now lays it up and in. We're back to a 10-point ball game. Oh, almost a turnover. Miller kicks it on the right side. Around they go. Here is Sinclair, drives, plays it underneath for Linthicum. Goes off, it goes off the hand there. I believe that was Noah Goodrich, and he's not happy about it. But the ball will stay with Rossford with 1:11 to go. Well, they have a discussion and the call is changed. They reversed the call and it's Genoa ball. We have a whistle. Keith Diebler asking the officials.
Yeah, it looked like they just decided at the end there. I mean, it was a very close call, and they ended up giving it back to Genoa. I mean, it was kind of hard to tell from where we were at just because there was a few guys in the paint there, but the officials discussed it and have it sent the other way. Now Genoa gets a chance to close even more.
And a big-time 3 by Goodrich. Noah Goodrich, the junior. Well, it's a 7-point ball game.
We talked about the three-pointers, Mikolas, and all it took was one from Cotter to really pump this team up. And all of a sudden now, reeled off 7 points here at the end of the second quarter and make it a single-digit game.
Now it's a kick back outside, and the shot by Miller is short. And the Comets with a chance to cut it even more. Driving, beautiful end-to-end drive by Casey Gose. Oh my goodness, was that pretty. It's a 5-point ball game. Under 20 seconds. Here's Mac Miller. Genoa right now with Big Mo on their side. Here's a shot short from Sinclair. 8 seconds, a chance for Genoa to get the shot away. Here's Goodrich for 3, no good. And they'll throw it in at the buzzer. Genoa was down by a lot, but have come from way down to make a game of it. Is now at half. It is Rossford 27, Genoa 22.
The Big Apple Deli has all the food for your next party or get-together. The best subs, salads, soups, pasta, party trays, and great lunch and dinner specials. The Big Apple Deli, 2118 Woodville Road, has got you ready for all your party needs, or just stop out for a great lunch.
Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladio.
Gladio Home Center. A hardware store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store. A place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. Everything you need for your home. And Gladio is locally owned. You'll be glad to know Gladio Home Center.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by the Bulldog Diner, downtown Rossford. Come in and join us for some great breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. Also visit our new location, Jill's Bar and Grill, at 1800 Miami Street, across from the Hollywood Casino.
And the third quarter is set to begin here as We should be in for a doozy here as Genoa has come back to make a game of it. They're only down 5, 27-22. Here's the feed underneath, picked off though, and Burks brings it back for Rossford. The give and go there, and he lays it up and in.
6 points now for Burks, and if you're Rossford, that's exactly how you wanted to start. That was a 9-2 run. I believe it was 25-13, and then it was 27-22. Genoa really did work after that Cotter 3, and right away Keith Diebler calling the timeout because after the momentum they started to build there at the end of the second quarter, that's not the start you want. But I tell you what, so far, Mick, Reitnauer has really done a great job for these guys. 9 points, 5 rebounds in that first half, but also Ghost picked it up a little bit at the end of the second half. They had some bright spots after a rough patch in the first quarter where they had 7 turnovers.
Well, both teams looking to try and take it up a notch. As we said, Genoa coming off a win against Elmwood. They're at 500. And, of course, Rossford with something to prove after that heartbreaker in overtime against Lake.
Well, you look at the first half, Genoa shot 40.9% from the field, but right now the three-point where they were so hot the last game, they're only 2 for 11 right now. And that could possibly turn around here in the second half if they continue to get some open looks like they did at the end of the second quarter.
Here's Burks, turns, puts it up, and it goes. Good effort there by Brian Burks. 31-22, here's a long pass down court. Now underneath, Henninger goes up strong, he's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Good look on the backdoor cut that time from Casey Ghost to Henninger. You know, and really I was excited to see a lot of the guard matchups tonight with Derek Mack and Mac Miller and Casey Ghost and Henninger and Reitnauer. And those guys have played well, but you can really tell just the unselfishness from Rossford right now. The big fellas are really doing a great job. Burks has 8 points. You got 5 points from Childress in the first half, and Linthicum had 4 points in that first half and did a good job on the boards as well.
Henninger goes 1 for 2 at the charity stripe. And now some pressure by the Comets as they try to hurry it up the court, the Bulldogs do. Nice calling the play. Being guarded by Henninger. Now Burks tries to go around there on Goodrich. We have a whistle and a foul.
And you see that up and under again there, partner. I mean, right there, great defense the whole way. And then that last move by Brian Burks, that up and under to try to get another good look at the basket, and he's able to draw the contact and get to the free throw line.
So the first of 2 goes in for Burks. 3 fouls on Noah Goodrich. As Burks goes 1 for 2, rebound grab there by Reitnauer. Now coming back the other way with it. Here are the Comets. Reitnauer stops from the free throw line, does not go. Rebound grab by Derek Mack. Now here's Mac Miller with the long range jumper, no good. Now here's the feed back down court and the layup attempt there. I believe that was Jared Brocia, and it does not go. Now Miller dishes it off. Burks to finish off the glass and good.
Good look that time on the baseline drive from Mac Miller, and you see the respect they command on him. Got to come out and make sure you get a hand in that young man's face if he's on the three-point line, and he beats the defender on the first step and is able to find his teammate in the lane.
Errant pass there, grabbed now by the Bulldogs. Mac Miller. Let's go with 1 for 3. Good! And another timeout called here. As with 5:56 to go here in the third, it's 37-23 Rossford. the Comets inbound. Trying to get things, see if they can catch fire like they did in that second quarter. There's a 3 range, and it is good. Luke Reitenauer has been one of the bright spots here for Genoa tonight.
12 points now from Reitenauer and another steal.
Yep, as he goes up. An offensive foul, oh my. Keith Diebler cannot believe it. Neither can Luke Reitenauer.
Well, that time the young fella just tried to make something happen, and he usually does a pretty good job with his body control, and that's one of those calls that can go either way. The official was right underneath the basket, but really, Rossford 10-1 run they countered after that second quarter run by Genoa.
Oh, that pass goes off the shoulder of Derek Mack, coming back the other way. Ghost dishes to Goodrich, who lays it up and in. Nice had some trouble with it, but got it to Davis. Here's Mack for 3 from the side. It's good.
Well, the last couple trips down the floor, Genoa has forgotten about some of those shooters on the wing, and it's cost them. The Mack attack getting a couple of threes.
Oh, great effort there. I believe that was Reitenauer again as he just lit it up there. Here's Mack. Still a 10-point game, still within catching up distance. And for Rossford, they got to know that, and they've got to work at putting this one away. Here's Miller for 3. Count it.
They're heating up from the 3-point range this quarter, and once again, that's why these guys are so fun to watch play, both of these teams, when you talk about the 3-point shooting. But Derek Mack and Mac Miller, you know, the first half, they did a lot of sharing the basketball, got the big guys involved, and you see this quarter, when they get their opportunity to shine from the outside, they've taken advantage of it. Heat check guys, it's fun to watch.
Oh, the pass is picked off, the inbounds pass by Ryan Neese. Now Derek Mack for 3. Money. Oh my goodness. Casey Ghost trying to alley-oop one down underneath the basket, and it did not go. He missed his target completely. So, Keith Diebler on the court having a few words over there. I don't think he's talking about whether or not he thinks there will be an early thaw from the winter.
Well, you know, you can kind of understand his frustration as the coach, though. I mean, you have a big run at the end of the first half in a game where you were turning the ball over at a pretty high clip there in the first 2 quarters, and then you allow Rossford to come out and knock down some open threes here and not get a hand in anybody's face, and all of a sudden it's a 10-1 run. And really, Reitenauer, the guy that's trying to keep him in this thing with 14 points right now, there just hasn't been that consistency. I mean, Genoa needs one good quarter of basketball like they had against Elmwood to really make this thing close again, and it's not going to happen unless they take better care of the basketball and try to keep Rossford out of the post on the interior and off of the glass. So you can understand his frustration right now as a coach.
Well, it is Bulldog ball with 4:10 to go. Here is Eric Davis. Go over to Childress. Childress gets it over now to Derek Mack. Mack drives up off the glass, no good. Rebound grabbed by the Comets. Here's Ghost. Kicks it outside. Here's a 3 attempt, no good. And the Bulldogs with the rebound, but Neese having trouble. And the thumbs come up. Who's the possession they'll give it to? Gives it over to Genoa. Well, the scoreboard says Genoa, but the referees and the folks on the bench here over here at the scorers table say it is Rossford. So, the Bulldogs will inbound. And Mack again with a 3. That one well short. Here's Casey Ghost.
And once again, like I mentioned earlier, just one possession at a time right now if you're Genoa. Try to get the best shot you can. Don't need to start jacking up the threes right now. There's still a lot of time left in this game. If you get the open look, take it. But you just got to take care of the basketball. See if you can get that second or third shot and work the ball around.
And Ghost spikes it off of Sinclair out of bounds. It stays with Genoa. Smart move by the young man. He didn't have really anywhere else to go. 3:07 to go. Inbounds it, gets the return, and Ghost goes up strong, but the ball does not fall into the basket. However, he will go to the free throw line as Marty Linthicum picks up the foul.
And that was really good awareness that time by Ghost to cut to the basket, try to make something happen and get a chance at the free throw line to cash in. Really, I think what the most fun thing about Casey Ghost in the sports that we've gotten to watch him play in, also, a very good baseball player. He'll be playing at the next level at Eastern Michigan, if I'm not mistaken, but he's just a very instinctual athlete. He's quick and he's fast, but he's one of those guys that goes out there and just, his game is really natural, and I think that's the most fun thing to watch about him, is you don't see him force the action too much on the football field or the basketball court.
Oh, Luke Reitenauer almost had a beautiful steal, but he stepped on the baseline when he went to pass it back, and the ball will stay with Rossford. 2:59 to go. Inbound pass to Miller. Sends it back outside. Sinclair has it roll off the rim. And we've got a foul, and I believe it may be going against Noah Goodrich of Genoa.
Yeah, I think you got to hold that time on Linthicum. And Linthicum, he's kind of had a Coda Sinclair type role tonight in terms of the way Sinclair came in and played against Lake. Coming in and doing a good job, getting a few points on the board and also grabbing some rebounds.
Childress inbounds it now. Here is Derek Mack. He stops, puts it up, and it's good.
And there's not a whole lot you can do with that. I mean, when Derek Mack is feeling it and Mac Miller is feeling it, these two can really fill it up from just about anywhere on the floor and create their own shot, as you just saw right there.
There's a three attempt. Count it. Great effort there for, I believe that was Cowder.
And let's see if they go on another run here. It was a Cowder three that sparked the Genoa run at the end of the second quarter.
Here's Sinclair with it. Dishes it. Oh, passes it. Goes behind Derek Mack. And the ball goes back over to Genoa.
I don't know, Cotter might have that magic touch, Mick. He might be that guy. He fills it up and good things happen.
Good things happen. Here's the inbound pass. Reitenauer had trouble with it, settles it down now, puts up the three, and it does not go. However, the rebound grab, good alert attention there by Cowder. Now the pass underneath back, and it's good as Grant Adams gets on the board. Now here's Sinclair in the paint, no good. Rebound. And coming back is Ghost. Dishes it off. Adams blocked by Childress. And a technical is called on Keith Diebler. He did not like what happened there.
Well, that time, Genoa getting a little bit of momentum going. Adams goes up for it. And Childress really just stayed on his feet to block the shot. There was contact on the play. Once again, it's one of those ones that I really think could have gone either way. And the officials call it in the favor of Rossford. So, you like it if you're a Bulldogs fan and you hate it if you're a Genoa fan.
And 2 for 2 by Derek Mack.
And I talked about heat check, Mick. This guy had 2 points at halftime. You know how many he's got now? 12. 10 points in this quarter alone, and that just goes to show you how hot these guards can get for Rossford. And really, Genoa, the trouble tonight, Mick, has just been the consistency. We've seen the hustle and we've seen the effort. It's just the consistency and taking care of the basketball. That's been their biggest issue tonight.
Here's the alley-oop. Oh, Burks tried to stay in bounds, but he did step on the baseline, so the ball goes back over to Genoa. Here are the 1:28 to go. Ghost will bring it up. Now the pass inside is picked off. And Derek Mack, count it and 1. He just flew down that court. And Jimmy Henninger, all he could do was just flail at him, unfortunately for him.
Well, that time he forced the pass on the inside, and unfortunately for that young man, it just hasn't been his night. Only 3 points tonight. Had 12 in that last game, was one of those 4 players that finished in double figures against Elmwood in that big win for Genoa, but just hasn't been his kind of night tonight.
We come up on a minute to go here in this third quarter. Luke Reitenauer up top along with Ghost. There's the return from Grant Adams, and Reitenauer is fouled. It's going to be Derek Mack picking up his 3rd foul. 3rd team foul also. Aaron, here's the pass now as they try to go inside. Kick back out. Reitenauer drives, puts it up too strong. Rebound grab by Burks of Rossford. They'll give it now to Sinclair. He dishes it off to Neese. Neese swings around the elbow. Looking to go baseline, off the glass and in. Nice, pretty shot there from Ryan Neese.
And a quiet 6 points from Neese. Once again, just doing his job as a point guard, getting his shot when he needs to, playing within himself and setting up his teammates. Good drive that time from the point guard.
Now here's a long 3, good. Casey Ghost.
Double figures now for Ghost, and once again, one of those guys, you can't leave him unguarded out there on the 3-point line. He'll make you pay.
Here underneath, it's up and good as Childress adds the 56th and 57th point for Rossford. And after 3 quarters of play from Rossford High School, it's the Bulldogs 57 and the Comets 40.
I think once you have a prototype, it's a good idea to come forward and to at least protect your assets.
Because we need somebody that understands our business, not just that turns out patents.
They came highly recommended from other attorneys in Toledo.
I came to them and they walked me through the process, and I've been very pleased with what they've done.
They get the job done as opposed to bill us for doing work.
Fraser Clemens, Martin & Miller. It's a fantastic firm to work with because they'll guide you through every step of the process.
On the job for you for over 100 years. You need a career. You need a future. Local 8 can help you make it happen. Join the men and women who build our community. Become a part of a proud tradition. Build your career. Build your future with the brothers and sisters of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 8. We're on the job for you.
We're on the job for you. We're the local IBEW.
The Union Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and HVACR Service Mechanics of UA Local 50 build the powerhouses that generate your electricity. Install and service your heating and air conditioning systems, and install the plumbing systems that protect the health of this nation. Everywhere there's a building being built, retrofitted, or maintained, members of UA Local 50 are on the job with skills and the latest sustainable building practices. To do the job right, UA Local 50 Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and Service Mechanics, building America's future.
Conveniently located in downtown Rossford, Ohio, the law firm of Heben, Sumner, and Murphy is there to serve your estate, business, and litigation needs. Heben, Sumner, and Murphy is a proud sponsor of Rossford Bulldog Athletics. Contact the law firm of Heben, Sumner, and Murphy at 419-662-3100 or check them out on the web at www.hsm-law.net. Go Bulldogs!
www.toledosportsnetwork.com. Also like to
quarter number 4 set to begin as the Bulldogs will inbound.
Well, they just exploded in that third quarter, Mick. 30 points alone in that quarter. Really blow this thing wide open. And Derek Mack, the heat check guy, getting 13 points in the quarter. And you also have Mac Miller with 8, Nice with 6. The guards doing a good job distributing the ball tonight for Rossford, but also the big fellas getting involved. And for Genoa, it's just, once again, the consistency. That quarter kind of went back to what they were doing in the first quarter with the turnovers. For the game now, they have 16, and that really has put them behind the 8 ball tonight.
So the first free throw there from Brian Burks is good. One for 2. Loose ball, and Rossford regains control. It's been that kind of night. Here's Nice, kicks it outside. Davis for 3. No good. Rebound Sinclair. And the Bulldogs will try again. Dump down low. Kick back out to Sinclair for 3. This time it's good. Now outside here with the 3 attempt. Good. Nice sweet shot there from Jordan Brennan. A nice follow through on that shot.
Well, Diebler just looking for some help right now, trying to get some other guys in there. Hasn't gone their way tonight.
Nope, as Burks with the hard bank. And it makes it a 20-point ball game. Kick back now, here's Ghost for 3. In and out, no good. Burks with the rebound. Sends it down quickly, Nice. Tosses it over and it comes back out. Here's Childress to Sinclair. Thought about dishing it, decides to shoot it, and good decision there by Coda Sinclair.
Well, that's back-to-back games now where he's come in and really given the Rossford Bulldogs great minutes, Mick. 11 points now, back-to-back threes from the young fella.
Right now our shot does not go. It goes out of bounds. They're going to say off of Grant Adams. And it will go back over to Rossford.
Well, give credit to Rossford and what they've been able to do tonight, Mick, in terms of establishing themselves inside and their guards for knocking down shots when their number's been called. But really for Genoa, they really have beat themselves with the turnovers. Not to sound like a broken record, but a lot of it has been kind of by their own undoing tonight, especially after that great second quarter they had.
There's Sinclair. Dishes it. Now Nice with it. I think right now, Linthicum dishes it to Davis. I think if you're Brian Vorst and company, you've got 5 and change remaining in this one, and you just want to keep steady. As Nice went up with the layup, did not go, but it's going to be the big guy, Nate Childress, with the foul.
Well, Genoa, once again, they have enough shooters that they're the type of team that they can reel off 3 or 4 three-pointers if they get the open looks and make a couple of buckets, and it'll be right back to single digits again. But
they can't get it to go, as you saw right there with Casey Go's teardrop. And a good block there, but by Jared Brocia, but it goes out of bounds. Rossford ball here with 4:58 to go. Sinclair to Nate Childress. Childress goes strong on Goodrich and gets it to go. Here's the long pass. Oh, nice effort over there. Again by Reitnauer.
And he's been one of the bright spots tonight. 16 for Reitnauer, 10 for Gose. They've really done their part tonight to try to keep their team in this thing.
As we have a whistle, we've got a timeout. Here. Rossford taking the timeout here with 4:32 to go. 68-45 your score.
Whether you support the Comets, the Panthers, or the Bulldogs, the Eagles, Wildcats, or Flyers, we at Genoa Bank support you. We're a local bank that takes pride in serving our community with personal and prompt service, innovative products, and stable financial guidance. We're a bank that believes in playing our part. And well, that's earned us quite a few fans of our own. Genoa Bank, playing our part in the community, taking your banking needs personally.
Blackberry Corner on the corner of 579 and Elliston Road is a proud sponsor of Genoa football and has the best burgers, chicken, and pizza. You know the pizza. Everyone knows the pizza. Blackberry Corner also has charbroiled pork ribs and Jim's famous chicken dinners. Whether it's appetizers, pizza, or a full dinner, the great folks at Blackberry Corner can help fill you up and save you money. Stop out to Blackberry Corners on the corner of State Route 579 and Elliston Road for a meal or just a snack. Genoa Jewelers, 611 Main Street in Genoa, has been serving the area with quality jewelry and gifts for over 19 years. Specializing in gold and silver repairs, Frank Comise has been a goldsmith for over 30 years. Our selection of Pulsar watches, Precious Moments figurines, Reflections beads, Seraphim classics, and quality stellar rings, all at a price you can afford. Genoa Jewelers also buys gold and silver and has the perfect gift for that someone special. Stop out today at Genoa Jewelers, 611 Main Street in Genoa.
4:32 to go here as Rossford will inbound. Coda Sinclair. Ryan Neese brings it up. Underneath, and Marty Linthicum did everything but put it in, but on the rebound, he's able to finish.
Well, good look that time from Neese. Once again, waves off Eric Davis for the help and is able to beat the trap out top and see the guy open underneath. Good pass that time to Linthicum.
The three attempt there from Goodrich didn't go. Now baseline. Oh, Casey goes. Thought he got all ball, but he ended up getting some of Brian Burks. So Burks is gonna go to the line and he'll shoot two.
Well, I think it's important to keep in mind as you're watching this game, too, you know, this is only Keith Diebler's second year out here in Genoa, and it takes time to build a program up. He's a guy who had a lot of success at Upper Sandusky. Obviously, everybody knows about John Diebler, who had a really good college career at Ohio State, was a great shooter for the Buckeyes for his career there. It's not something that happens overnight, you know, especially in a league where you've got some really good scorers like Jake Schmeltz, you've got a good team like Lake, who's been able to build under Ryan Bowen, and Brian Vorse now, all the years that he's had out here at Rossford. It's not something that happens overnight, Mick, so that's something to keep in mind as you watch this Genoa team, because they do have good pieces to their puzzle right now.
71-45. There's the pass from Borussia across. Goodrich dishes it off now. Cowder to Goes for three. No good. Good effort there by Linthicum to recover the ball, and there's Fierce now with the ball, trying to dish it off. It's tipped there by Cowder, goes out of bounds, will stay with the Bulldogs. I think you're going to see Brian Vorse maybe get a player or two, the younger ones, give them a chance to see some game action here at the varsity level.
Well, you got Fierce. Yeah, Matt Fierce in there right now. We got a chance to see him a little bit in the JV game. He's another one of these young guys that's got some potential for this Rossford program. But I mentioned the pieces to the puzzle with Genoa. Right now, as an underclassman. You also look at Braja. We've been seeing his ability to shoot the three-point shot. I mean, they're going to have some guys in the next couple of years that are going to have a lot of ability to score the basketball.
Yeah, I know, like Sam Sutter, Matt Bradfield. Those guys are going to be the future of Genoa basketball. Cowder with the shot. It rattles around, and it goes. And of course, over on the Rossford side, you know, talking about some of these young guys like Matt Fierst is out there. Also, you're going to look at a kid that we didn't talk about, but he's 5'11", 235. This kid should be like playing football. I mean, he's a horse, and when he grows into his body, look out. He goes by the name of one Ethan Littledeer. I got to watch him play in the JV game as well. And that young man, he doesn't just occupy or take up space. He dominates the space he takes up. So he's going to be fun to watch in the coming years. Well, that one goes out of bounds. Genoa also going to bring it up. But yeah, when I look at these two teams, I can honestly say my favorite team watching of these two wears maroon as part of their uniform. How's that for taking a stand, huh? Ball goes out of bounds, and Rossford will inbound as Ryan Neese will do the honors.
Well, the scoring ability is definitely there for Genoa. I mean, it's even in a game like tonight where they've turned the basketball over a lot. 16 turnovers heading into the fourth quarter. 16 from Rightenauer, 10 from Ghost. You got 8 from Cotter now. Goodrich chipped in with 5. Hasn't really been his night, but he had a couple of big threes. A couple of good looks from the outside. So the scoring ability is there. It's just taking care of the basketball and the communication defensively. That's what really hurt them and blew this thing wide open in the third quarter, was those 3-point shots from Rossford, the barrage of threes that they saw there in a 2 or 3 minute span that really put this thing away.
Now kick back outside. Rossford sends it over. Here's the 3 attempt there from Goodrich, does not go. It will go out of bounds and go back over to Rossford. Well, again, we've got some substitutions coming in. Nick Stowers and Jordan Miller, as Brian Vorst is letting some of his upperclassmen get a rest. Here's First now, coming down court, slides it over to Linthicum, gives it back to First. He'll send it outside. Around the arcs they go. First for 3, all around the rim, but not in, but on the rebound, Marty Linthicum banks it home. And with under a minute to go now in the ball game, that one is kicked, and it's going to stay with Genoa.
Well, you look at the rosters. We've been talking about guys that are kind of up and coming. Jared Brosh is only a sophomore. Goodrich is a junior. You've got Amos Cotter, who's a junior. Brendan, who's a junior, who's also a good 3-point shooter. Luke Rightenauer is a junior. So these are all guys that are going to have opportunities in the next year as seniors to really make a difference. And Brosh is still 2 years of varsity experience after this one, and he's a great shooter. So they're going to be competitive in the NBC in the years to come. And still this year, they're hanging in there. I mean, even after tonight, they're still going to be at 500 at 3-3. And they've already equaled their win total, surpassed it from last year. Just 3 wins all of last season. They've got 4 so far this year. So there's still improvement.
The 3 does not go. From goes. First lays it up and in. Count it, +1. So and First will go up to the line to do the conventional 3-point play. That one does not go, but this one will go down as a big win for Rossford as that one clanks the iron. The buzzer goes to end this ball game. Well, Genoa made it close after 1 half of basketball, but Rossford turned on the Rockets as they were able to come out of this one with a 77-47 victory here on the Toledo Sports Network. 77-47 the final here as Rossford defeats Genoa here in this NBC matchup. Nick Gonzalez here along with Mike Bauman. Bomber, I thought after that outburst by Genoa to end the first half, I thought we were going to have ourselves a whale of a game, but you got to tip your hat to the Rossford Bulldogs as they were able to just fire it up. And I mean, when I say fire it up, they got serious in that second half.
They absolutely did. They had 27 at that break, and they ended up with 77, so almost doubled their scoring output there in the second half. And really, the third quarter, the three-point shot, Mac Miller, Derek Mack really came through, knocked down some open shots. I thought Ryan Neese did a good job of picking his spots as a point guard when he needed to. And the big fellas tonight, Burks, Linthicum, and Childress, they really never had an answer. And you combine that output from all of your prime players from Rossford with those turnovers at Genoa, 17 turnovers tonight, and that's a recipe for victory for Rossford and a recipe for a loss for Genoa. And I really think when you look at the Comets tonight, Nick, I mean, great effort. I think it's the hustle there, the up and down tempo is there. They have a great style of basketball, but they just have to take better care of the rock as the season continues on and as they continue to improve and try to turn this program around. But great output tonight from Luke Reitnauer, 16 points, Casey Ghost in double figures. Those two young men had great games tonight.
Well, that's going to do it from here at Rossford. We thank you so much for tuning in. For our crew, cameraman Mike Downey and Dylan Dieter, along with the guy behind the scenes trying to make it all happen, Mike Jameson, the guy we call Ticker. For Mike Bauman, I'm Mick Gonzalez saying so long, everybody. From Rossford High School, your final once again, the Bulldogs 77 and the Comets 47. You've been watching boys high school basketball here on the Toledo Sports Network.